Hello Goalball family, it's Tom, Catherine and Stephen here. Can you believe it's February already and we're on to week 4 of the Positivity Programme. Time flies when you're having fun.
Last week for Mindset Monday, we had a GB time out with head coaches Faye and Aaron. It was a fascinating 45 minutes hearing all about their goalball journeys with some great top tips for aspiring players and coaches. If you weren't able to attend, we recorded it and the video has now been uploaded to our YouTube channel.
Advance notice, we will be doing another timeout on Monday the 15th of February. We will tell you more about it next week, but the focus is going to be on officiating. So start having a think about any questions you would like to ask.
Graham from Glasgow Goalball Club was in charge of our Workout Wednesday session last week. When I heard that mountain climbers were included in the set, I quickly made my excuses, but I heard from everyone that did take part. As usual, it was great fun.
Which leads us nicely into our review of Fun Friday. Tom hosted a scavenger hunt with a little bit of spin wheel and snap thrown in for extra entertainment. Sam Goff was the winner, with the young family, Youssef and Louise Simpson not far behind.
Right, on to this week then. For Mindset Monday, we have a great video coming up from Jodie Redgrave. Jodie is a performance nutritionist who supports the GB's men's squad. For our conference last September, she did some videos which are available on our YouTube channel about nutrition for training and tournaments. This time round though, she talks to us about nutrition during lockdown when our activity levels are probably not going to be the same, and offers her 5 top tips.
Youssef from Birmingham Goalball Club will then be leading our Workout Wednesday session between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. And then for Friday fun, backed by popular demand, is Games Night Part 2 at 7 p.m. If you want any more information about either of these sessions or to sign up, please send me an email, tom.dobson@goalballuk.com.
If you've thought about joining in for the past couple of weeks, but for whatever reason haven't, then why not make this the week to do so? We're that confident that you'll enjoy yourself, we offer a full money-back guarantee. Anyway, over to Jodie.
Hello to everyone in the goalball community. My name's Jodie and I'm a performance nutritionist here at Goalball UK. My main role with Goalball is to support our GB men's senior goalball squad, helping them to prepare for upcoming major tournaments, improving their education along the way, and most importantly, I'm sure the lads will agree, feeding them with Jodie's Tuck Shop at our regular training camps throughout the year. Now, as part of Mindset Monday, I wanted to bring you 5 actionable nutrition tips to help you navigate through these strange times a little easier. Now, these tips are in no particular order of importance, but I hope you find them all equally beneficial and you can begin to implement them as soon as this short video ends. So, number 1. My first nutrition tip to you is try to create and follow a routine as best as possible. So as humans, our brains love routine, whether it's going to bed at the same time each night, the time at which you eat your first meal in the morning, or the time at which you exercise. Having a routine and building some structure can help you to instill the daily habit and to help you keep accountable to your health and fitness goals. When it comes to an eating routine, I recommend keeping up regular meal times. So having breakfast, lunch and evening meal at similar times each day, as well as not leaving too long between meals. Otherwise, you may start to get a little bit hungry and become a bit more irritable. And I'm definitely speaking from experience there. Now on to nutrition point number 2. Snack smarter. So indulging in a tub of Ben & Jerry's is okay from time to time. However, repetitively eating these highly palatable foods which contain a lot of sugar, fat and salt, like ice cream, cakes, cookies, chocolate, all the C's, they're high in calories and they can easily add up throughout the day, leading to possible weight gain over time and also other health risks. Instead, try introducing yourself to more filling, high protein snacks such as Greek yogurt or skyr yogurt, as well as making some healthier, more mindful swaps, such as swapping crisps for popcorn, opting for dark chocolate over milk or white chocolate, and switching a can of full sugar Coke for a Coke Zero. There's some simple swaps you can make to help you snack smarter during this pandemic. Nutrition tip number 3 is something I'm sure we're all suffering with at the moment: boredom eating. So boredom eating is currently an issue across the country, but likely also across the globe for that matter. So during this pandemic, you may notice you're consuming more food and snacks during the day. And this is typically because you have much more time on your hands. The main factor, I'd say, being that you don't really need to travel anywhere. So whether that's previously going to training, to work, or dropping the kids off at school, not only do we have more time on our hands, but we're also spending more time in our homes. So naturally, we're exposed to foods more. There's a preoccupation with food, and there's a constant debate in our own minds of what to eat next. So the tip here is to make it difficult and make it more of an effort for yourself to have something. So one approach I quite like to recommend is to not buy so many luxury foods. By not buying them, you don't have access to them. They're not in your environment. So as humans, we are products of our environment. So choose foods which are going to help you succeed towards any health goals, any weight management goals, rather than buying in loads of these highly palatable snacks and fluids, which we all like. Another tip might be to choose foods which may take you longer to consume. So the best example I can think of here is pistachio nuts. So pistachio nuts, you can buy them with a shell on them. That makes it a task. So it takes longer for you to consume the food, and it's an activity at the same time. So there are a couple of tips on it from a nutrition perspective. Now, non-nutrition related tips to help combat boredom eating might be going for a walk to get some fresh air. It might be listening to a podcast that you enjoy. It might be a Zoom call with your friends or a teammate, maybe doing a short HIIT workout. Whatever entertains you and removes the boredom, then do that before going straight for all the C's, as mentioned earlier. So your cakes, your cookies, your crisps, etc. Okay, onto nutrition tip number 4. So if you're someone who regularly forgets to drink water, or you hold your hands up and admit that you're just not very good at it, or maybe you don't enjoy it perhaps, then this one's for you. So hydration is nutrition tip number 4. Many people often mistake thirst for hunger, and you will know you're thirsty if you have a dry mouth, feel a lapse in concentration, or you may even get a headache. My advice would be always choose a glass of water first, and then if you are still hungry after that, after 15-20 minutes or so, then opt for the food after. But when it does come to water intake, truly the best advice I can give is to always have a water bottle or cup of water accessible within an arm's reach to you. This should prompt you to get into the habit of drinking more water. And if you don't like the taste of water, you think it's pretty bland and boring, then you can add some no added sugar squash to it, or choose a natural sweetener like a slice of lemon, maybe some ginger. But the key here is to start the day hydrated and to stay hydrated throughout. The last thing on hydration, if you're a northerner like me, then the chances are you might have a little bit of a caffeine addiction, and you drink far too much tea and coffee. So having too much caffeine, especially later in the day, may affect how well you sleep at night. But also with the not so joyous news that we're all filled with day in, day out at the minute, increased caffeine intakes may also enhance any feelings of anxiety that you might be feeling. and it might make you feel a bit more irritable. And subsequently, this can have a negative effect on your daily well-being and your physical health. So a good tip that I try to implement is, if I have a cup of tea or coffee, my next drink then has to be a glass of water, and I carry that on throughout the day. And I find that I'll reduce my caffeine intake that way. Equally, make sure that you're choosing decaffeinated options, particularly past 4 p.m, latest 5 p.m, as caffeine can stay in our system for quite a number of hours during the day. And on to my fifth and final nutrition tip of this short video. So this tip is more of a reflective tip, something for you to go away and think about, and it's related to daily habits. So it can be easy to form unhealthy habits, let's say, as a way of coping, especially during these strange times. And while these in the short term might feel like they're helping you deal with the situation, they often make you feel worse in the long term. Similarly to what I was mentioning about the highly palatable foods. In the end, having the takeaways, the junk food, you're going to feel sluggish, lethargic, your mood's going to be affected, you're going to be quite low in yourself. So my food for thought for you to leave you on is, what can you do today that is achievable, something which you can gain a sense of accomplishment from, and you can continue to implement it on a daily basis? So what nutritional habit can you start to build on a daily basis and succeed at? Now, it might be finishing off your lunch with a piece of fruit. It might be swapping that bag of crisps for the popcorn. It might be having the confidence to buy and also try new food or a new recipe. Or it might be drinking more water, for example, waking up first thing in the morning and going straight for a glass of water. So what you do today, right now, will have an accumulated effect on all your tomorrows. I can't remember who said that quote, but it's a good one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video and found some useful, actionable nutrition points to help you during these times. Take care, everyone, and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Jodie for some really useful tips there. To summarise, number one, try to create a routine and follow it as best as possible. So have regular meal times.
Number two, snack smarter. So try and introduce more filling, high protein snacks, something like Greek yogurt, and make some healthy swaps, like dark chocolate instead of milk or white chocolate.
Number three, reduce the risk of boredom eating. So don't buy as many luxury foods or buy foods that take you longer to consume, like pistachio nuts. Also, engage in distraction activities, like reading a book, going for a walk, or speaking to a friend on the phone.
Number four, start the day hydrated and stay hydrated throughout. Always have a water bottle near to you and try to minimize your caffeine intake. Remember, don't mistake thirst for hunger.
And finally, number five, what you do today will have an accumulative effect on all your tomorrows. So what nutritional habit can you start to build on a daily basis? Jodie suggests finishing off your lunch with a piece of fruit, swapping crisps for popcorn, trying some new foods or recipes, or drinking more water.
Right, I best go across Ben & Jerry's off my shopping list then. Let us know via social media using the hashtag healthy habit what change you are going to make. Have a good week, everyone.